poverty, innocence, crime, and a child's fight to remain good. This is Oliver Twist, a story first unfolded in monthly parts, illustrated in ink and conscience. Industrial London, teeming, hungry, divided. Between 1837 and 1839, Dickens drew a moral map through its parishes and courts. A child asks for more and indicts a system. The age debated poverty as defect or destiny. Dickens asked us to look closer, not a fairy tale but a mirror, and a challenge that still stands. Charles Dickens wrote from memory and mission, remembering warehouses and work, and a city that could unmake a child. In 1834, the New Poor Law centralized relief and built the workhouse as deterrent. Aid made harsh to discourage need. Satirists drew its logic. Dickens gave it faces and names. The workhouse was meant to separate the deserving from the idle by breaking families' dignity and hope. Names reduced to entries, childhood to cost. Serialized in Bentley's Miscellany, Oliver Twist turned policy into parable, one chapter at a time. London's poor were crowded into rookeries, close alleys where theft and hunger were neighbors. As his chapters spread, so did a new sympathy, the radical act of asking readers to care. Dickens would test charity's heart, its warmth and its hypocrisy. Oliver is born nameless, motherless, in a parish workhouse, his first cradle a ledger and a law, meals measured to the ounce, childhood rationed as discipline, officials prized order over mercy, paperwork over people. "Please, sir," he says, "I want some more." A sentence sharper than any indictment. To ask for more was to expose the cruelty of enough. The answer is not care, but disposal. Send the boy away. The workhouse stood as a warning. Poverty must be punished to be cured. Dickens refused that logic. He shows that deprivation is not vice and kindness not weakness. With a clap of a book, Oliver's childhood is transferred, sold like a tool, not a son. Oliver is apprenticed to an undertaker, work among coffins, mockery and blows. Dignity flares, a child defending the last of his self-respect. Even sorrow is counted against him. He runs, mile after mile, toward London, the only place poor enough to hide him, large enough to swallow him. Maps promise arrival, streets promise something else. Soon the great city opens, along with its dangers. A boy in a man's hat, quick as a rhyme, who calls himself the Artful Dodger. He offers shelter and slang and a path lined with stolen purses. Oliver steps from hunger into something colder, usefulness. Fagin, tutor of the underworld, teaching children to turn nimble fingers into bread. A parody of education, lessons in stealth, rewards in coin. Dodger's charm is a uniform, worn to survive a brutal economy. The rookeries are their campus, alleys that look away when a purse is cut. Language itself becomes a shelter, cant that turns crime into conversation. When a gentleman's pocket is picked, Oliver is the one who runs, and thus the one who is chased. In London, innocence is suspicious because it is rare. Justice nearly fails him, but mercy intervenes. Mr. Brownlow sees a child, not a case. For a moment, kindness is allowed to work, but the underworld does not easily release an investment. Bill Sykes, violence given boots in a club. He does not threaten, he happens. Nancy lives in that world, but her heart resists its terms. She walks the line between loyalty and pity, risk and redemption. Pulled back into the net, the boy becomes leverage in darker work. Violence in Dickens is often off stage, but its shadows are long. She chooses the boy over the gang, knowing the cost. A meeting in secret. To betray evil is to tell the truth about love. The price is terrible. We are spared the sight, not the sorrow. Sykes runs from the law and from himself. There is no outrunning either. Mr. Brownlow represents what the novel defends. Patient goodness, practiced daily. Clues in ink and memory reveal a hidden lineage. Oliver is not the void the workhouse made of him. In the Maylies' care, he tastes a home without fear. A figure called Monks schemes to erase Oliver's claim, proof that malice can inherit as surely as wealth. But truth, like paper, can be reconstructed. At last, the boy is known by his name, not his need. Kindness, sustained, becomes justice. The past releases him, and in releasing him, rebukes the world that held him. Dickens puts law on trial, a system swift with the poor and slow with the powerful. He skewers performative charity, banquets that celebrate generosity, while hunger waits outside. As one famous line has it, the law can be an ass when rule eclipses reason. Rules without mercy become cruelty with a signature. By making readers feel, Dickens makes them see, and sometimes act. Oliver Twist travelled from penny parts to parlours and classrooms, changing minds as it went. It helped reframe debates on child welfare, work and worth. Moral resilience meets humane reform. That is Dickens's wager and our inheritance, a tale that reshaped public conscience. Read Oliver Twist and see Victorian London with new eyes.